Hi again. If you've already watched the, I have no idea what I'm going to call it, the Hello, I'm your instructor video. If you have, then hello again. If you have not, well, hi. So this video is entirely to go over the syllabus and how the courses run. So I'm going to do that whole share screen thing and show it all to you. Do not judge me on the number of tabs open. Yeah, there's that. Okay, so going to share the screen. I am sharing the whole thing because I don't know if anything's going to pop up. So right here, if you're in one of my courses, one of my classes, not the lab, but the class, your page, I'm trying to remember what this is called. I have a lot of jobs and I was trying to remember which one this was. This one is, I believe, Bright Space. So yours will look like this. This number might be different because I have more than one section, but you will have this image on the banner. This is from when I did a cross-country drive back in 2018. This is just one of the pictures I took while I was going across. So what I want to show you here is when you first sign on, let's view it as a student. When you first sign on, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see this welcome announcement. There's a lot of words because I use a lot of words. I tried really hard to make sure to emphasize stuff you truly desperately need to do or be aware of. So like here in red, if you do not open the week's file, you will not be able to access the assignments that are due. You must begin with that week's folder. What that means is over here, and I'll take it out of student view in a minute to show you. Over here, each week, you'll have a folder and it'll be like week 1. You click that, there will be a file titled week 1. You click that week 1 file, that is what will unlock everything. This is the same every single week. There will be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way through week 17. Every single week, if you do not click that file, you will not have access to the discussion, the quiz, assignment, anything. I'm telling you this in the video, hoping you watch the video. I have it in the welcome announcement, hoping you will read it. It's also in the syllabus, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Because if you do not follow the instructions where you open the week's file and you miss an assignment, I am not reopening the assignment. You were told specifically, these are the directions. So this is what you will have to do. Now, the other part I need to make sure I have, you notice, is right here. If you are enrolled in the class and the lab, they are two completely separate courses. That means this week, when you do your introduction discussion, you have to do it in the class and you have to go do it in the lab. I believe I have a quiz for proof of attendance. You have to complete that for the class and you have to complete that for the lab. So if you are in both, you have to do things in both courses every single week. There is not one week where something is not available for you to do. So make sure you always start with clicking that week's folder and that week's file. So you will see right here, content browser. This is where you're going to find almost everything you need. Yes, you have all these across here, but watch, if we click discussions, it shows graded discussions, groups, and some stuff. That's it. For graded discussions, notice it's not showing anything. It's telling you there's 16 topics, but there's nothing actually here. That's because I have not opened the week 1 file. So nothing's showing up yet. Now, since I have this open, I'm going to talk about your discussions. This is telling you how you're being graded for your discussion. Every single week, Saturday night at midnight, Sunday morning. So when it changes from Saturday to Sunday, that is when the new week will open. that is when the discussion will open. You have until Friday at 10 p.m. to complete this stuff. For the discussion, you need to do your initial reply, your initial post. So like you read what I want you to do, and then you type your thing in. That has to be done before 10 p.m. on Wednesday night. After that, you have to come back on a different day and reply to at least 3 people. So this is telling you you have to have at least 2 days of activity per discussion. You must reply to at least 3 people. This part is reminding you that it's a discussion. You are not supposed to just say, I agree. Good point. You are supposed to discuss. Feel free to ask questions or go, I never really thought about that. I went this direction. Do it like if you're trying to talk to somebody. And one of my pet peeves, I'm just telling you, and that's why it's here. To me, this means, so if you say, to me, gravity means you're held down to the earth. That's kind of a definition. That doesn't mean it's to you. So if you're going to define something, please do not say, to me, this means. Just don't do that. Now, if you want to say what you think about something, that's cool. Say, well, I always thought blah, 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 blah. You know, that kind of thing. The other part is make sure you're actually covering the discussion. I have multiple things I expect from you for the discussion. Make sure you actually do it. This part, proofread. This is a college course. You are supposed to write like you are a college student. This means complete sentences. This means punctuation. This means proper capitalization. This means not using text speak. This means having spacing where you're supposed to. It means having actual paragraphs. So compose your discussion properly. What I would do is write it all up in Word to get it exactly the way I want, and then copy and paste it into the discussion and then hit submit. The reason I suggest that is I've done a lot of online courses, and I've had times where I'm sitting there typing away, I pound out my entire discussion, and then when I hit submit, something went wrong and everything shut down and I lost everything. So now I type everything in Word first, copy, paste. That's way if something goes wrong with the site, I didn't lose all my work. This assignment is not a gimme. If you do what I tell you to do, you're going to get the points. If you don't, you're not going to get the points. It's kind of that simple. Also, do not wait until the very last minute in order to do this, because it takes time. And if other people are waiting to reply to somebody, you're holding them up. You will find that in these courses, every class, you've got the person who will be there, bam, like that. They knock out that discussion really fast because they're trying to knock out the work so they can get on with their week. I support that. So if you're one of those people and you do all your work on Sunday, just make sure to come back Monday and reply. I don't care if your 2 days are Sunday and Monday. That's fine. That's 2 different days. You've kept up with the rules. That's great. If you knock everything out early, you've got every weekend off. It's not a bad deal, but it's up to you. If you wait until the last minute and then email me and say, oh, I thought I had more time, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, do better next time, pretty much. If you say, I was planning on doing all of this on Friday and then my internet went out, I'm going to tell you, I'm so sorry, that does happen. Next time, start earlier. The due date does not mean do it on that date. That means you can't turn it in past that time. So please, please, please actually turn things in on time. All right. Now, let's see. If I click this, let's see what happens. There we go. Here's all your discussions. So you will see there are 16 total discussions here. Thought there were 17. I'll have to double check that. But you have all these discussions. That means there is a discussion every single week. Notice you can't click it. This tells you, if you hover, that this is when it's available and when it's going to start and when it's going to end. I also have every single thing in the calendar. So at no point can you say, I didn't know we had to do this. So let me show you that. If we go to the calendar, here you go, available ends, available ends. Claim topic, due. So if you go through all these, this is telling you when something opens and when something closes. You will notice if you look over here, it's going to be every single Sunday it opens and every Friday it closes. Yeah. So at no point should you say, I didn't know we had to do it. It's here. I promise you it's here. Now, let's go over here to content. If you click on content, you're going to see that all of the weeks are already here, all the way through week 17. Everything is here and ready and waiting for you. So you just need to, log on. And I'm double checking that number because, yep, I got 17 weeks. Okay. As you're doing stuff, you will have this bar that shows you what you have completed. I have already clicked on all of these. That's why there's a check mark. I have not clicked on Zoom Office. That's why there's a dot. So when you're doing things, if you see a dot instead of a check mark, it means that's something you haven't done. So let me look at the syllabus. If you click on the syllabus, it's going to pop up like this. We have this term, SGSE has a brand new syllabus template. So all of your syllabi for all of your courses should look pretty much the same. So you should be able to find everything you need. I'm going to cover a few important things on this syllabus. So here we go. This is me, Linda Bernhardt. Office hours. I don't live near you, so I don't have an office. I am actually around the Atlanta area. So I am saying Thursdays from 1 to 2 or by request. I prefer just by request because everybody has such crazy lives. And if you're taking an online course, chances are you're a little busy. And so I do a lot of by request. So if you want to meet with me, don't worry if you can't meet on Thursday at 1 o'clock. Just send me a message and say, hey, I'd really love a chance to have a meeting with you. Can we schedule a time? And then I'll say, what kind of times look good for you? Give me a few days and times. Then I'll look at it and go, hey, here's what I've got. And then we'll plan one and then we'll meet. On rare occasion, if everything is perfect, I might actually have an opening right then if you're available, but I can't always guarantee that. So by request is the absolute best way. This is my email address, linda.bernhardt@sgsc.edu. This is one of the absolute best ways to reach me. If you want to guarantee that I get your message, this is what you do. You email me here. When you send me a message through Georgia View, Brightspace, I don't get it as fast because Brightspace does not alert me that I have a message until I sign in to Brightspace. I have this email account on my phone, and so bing, I will see it, and then I can respond faster. I also have this phone number. It is simply one of those Google numbers. I never answer it. I only do text, but I use this for all my classes. So if you want to send me a text, I am perfectly fine with that. You can send it at any time of day or night. It will not wake me up because I keep my phone on do not disturb and silent. But it will alert me that I have a text. I'll see a number on there, so I'll take a look. If you text me, please make sure to tell me I am an SGSE student in the class and my name is, and then talk to me. You only have to do that the first time because I will hold that thread the entire term. But this way I know who I'm talking to so I can answer questions. I teach environmental science for more than one college. And so if you just say environmental science, I'm still going to be lost. I need you to tell me SGSE. All right. I am not going to read most of this to you because you can read this yourself. These are the descriptions, the objectives, all of those things. And so one thing I want to make sure you read is the student responsibilities. The student responsibilities is what I expect from you. And by you deciding to take this course, you are agreeing to these responsibilities. I have also placed my instructor responsibilities and what I am going to do. I am promising that I will grade your assignments as quickly as I possibly can. I try to do them every single week. On occasion, life might kick me in the butt and it might take me 2 weeks, but at no point should it get more than like 3 or 4 weeks behind. I don't think that's fair to you as a student, because if you're not getting feedback, you don't know how you're doing, and that's not right. So my responsibility is to grade things in a timely manner for you so you can keep up with your responsibilities of doing your work. It works both ways. Okay, so this is how you're going to get your grades. Typically, I like to cover grades before I cover assignments, but the template put it in this order, so this is what I'm doing. So I use a point system. By the end of the term, you are guaranteed a possible 1,000 points. That would be like 100%. It breaks down to where you are going to have 17 weekly quizzes. Each one is 10 points. You are going to have your discussions. Each one is worth 20 points. You have your group task summary, group presentation, and 2 exams and a final exam. All of these will be discussed. There is a separate video only about the presentation. So I'm just going to kind of skim over that. That is for a whole nother video. I broke this down by week. So you have week 1 through week 17, and you have from Sunday to Saturday. I'm pointing this out because this is a Saturday, just so you know, it's that whole week. Everything is due Friday at 10 p.m. And I've got another reminder for you here. So when you're like, but I thought I had until this date, I'm telling you right now, no. This is just showing you what week 1 counts as. Your assignments are due by Friday at 10 p.m. Here are the topics as we go through them. So if you're one of those people who likes to work ahead, read ahead or whatever, this is telling you each chapter we're getting to when we're getting to it. Week 8 is midterm. So this is when you will get a midterm grade. You're going to want to keep up with your grades. I'm going to keep posting them. There is actually a file that says current grade, and it will have that. And where my pause was is I was just realizing I need to change something, because I was saying that midterm would be everything through week 8, but I'm thinking maybe your midterm grade should be everything through week 7. So that might get changed, but midterm is week 8. And so you have all of this in order to have worked on your grade for that. Come down here, week 14. Final projects are due this week. So that means you have through weeks 1 through 14 to get this project done and get it turned in. Then I will be grading them over the Thanksgiving holiday. So then when you come back, you know exactly where you stand before we do the recap and the final exam and all that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, grading system. I said I do the point system. What this means is every single thing you turn in, you get points. So you notice up here, each quiz is worth 10 points. If you only get 3 points on the quiz, you get 3 points on the quiz. If you get 10 points on the next one, yay, you got 10 points. That's 13 points. I don't drop the lowest because that would be worse for your grade. You are just simply earning points. Everything you do is worth points to get you to what you want. So if your goal is to have an A, then I'm just noticing that something's missing from here. For your A, it has to be 900 to 1,000. So that's where this should be. That's where it messed up on the format when I put it in here. It should be 900 points and higher is an A. 899 points is a B. That means if you have 899.7, you got a B. Notice this says no rounding of grades. You have to earn that 900 to get the A. It might sound unfair, but I have extra stuff built in throughout the entire course. Every single semester, I have people who will finish this course with well over 1,000 points. There is no reason to not reach the score you want. There really isn't. It's just, if you do what you're told to do, you're going to do great. So there you go. That's that. And this is driving me nuts. I totally have to fix this as soon as I'm done with the video. Instructor's policy on late or makeup work. Right there. I don't do it. I do not and will not accept late assignments. Everything is open at least that Sunday through Friday. Some assignments are open even longer. It is not my fault if you wait until the last minute to do it and then you don't get it turned in. So I do not accept late assignments. I am not going to give you a makeup assignment. Everything is already turned in there. That's what this is right here, where it's saying that you're told when it's due and you have at least the week to do it. So just do it. There we go. All assignments must be turned in the proper location. This means if you missed an assignment and you decided to stick it somewhere else, that's not going to count. If you didn't do something on a discussion and so you type it into something else and send it to me, that's not going to count. If you swear up and down that you did an assignment and you just didn't get it turned in time and so you email it to me, that is not going to count. If it is not turned in where it is supposed to be turned in, it will not count. Okay, also, these are the only formats accepted when you are attaching a file to an assignment. It has to be .doc or .docx. That's Word, or .pdf. Those are literally the only three I am willing to allow. If you attach anything other than those three types, you will receive a 0. Making sure it's very clear, it's in the syllabus, I'm pointing it out, and if I have done things correctly, it might not even allow you to attach the other things. At no point are you allowed to do a screenshot of your phone or tablet where you have just scrawled stuff, even if you convert that to a PDF. If you haven't taken the time to actually type up your assignment, that's not acceptable. Again, this is a college course. Even if you don't care, pretend you care. Try to make it look like you care. Now, here's the other part I was talking about. Everything is due on Friday nights at 10 p.m. This is its own page on the syllabus because I want to make sure no one says, but I didn't know. It is always due 10 p.m. Friday night. And then these are the rest of the things that will be in all your syllabi that feel free to read when you wish. The midterm grades, this is where I was talking about. There's a current grade category for the whole course. This is a way where you will always know where you stand. I have at the moment says that it's through week 8, but I am probably about to change that to week 7 because I think that makes more sense. So then you have time to go, oh, what should I do? If at any point you feel like you are not doing well enough in the course, contact me. We'll have a meeting. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to take this away from as student so you can see all of these. So you will see all of these are already set up. So if you click week 1 when it opens for you, you will see all of this. You will see there is a lot of stuff here. And so you will just click, click, click. This, where it says week 1, this is the file I'm talking about. So then I have it talks you through, and then there's all these hyperlinks. So you can use these hyperlinks, or you just go to week 1 and everything is laid out in week 1. So you can do whatever you need to do. But if you have not opened this, nothing else is going to open. So that is pretty much how this entire course is going to be run. And the next video I'm going to do for you will be all about that project you just saw listed on there. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm wondering how much of my voice I'm going to have by the time I'm done with all these videos. Oh well, peace out.